1 against 2, you gotta love it. Butler averaging 17 points in the tournament. Would he have a strong game? First half, Kentucky up 2. Joe Mazzulla, first start of the season. Patrick Patterson with a block. John Wall does his thing, and the freshman connection between Patterson and John Wall. Battler, Wall 8.7 boards in the first half. Kentucky was up 5. 7 minutes left in the half. Butler goes to work. Butler playing with a sore right hand, but you never know it. West Virginia down 4. More of Butler. He made 4 of West Virginia's 10 three-pointers. He's thrilled. Good time. Moments later, more of Butler with another 3, putting the Mountaineers up 3. Under 3 minutes to go, it's Butler again from the corner. No hand in his face, not really. 18 points for Butler in this one as he completed that 4-point play. West Virginia 8 of 15 from 3 in the first half, 0 for 16 on 2-point field goals. Whatever works, they're up 2. Then Mazzulla made 5 of 11 shots, all were clutch. That was West Virginia's first 2-point basket of the game. Next West Virginia possession, John Flowers for 3. A 10-point Mountaineers lead. What the heck is going on with Kentucky? Later in the second half, still without a three-pointer. That's right. They missed their first 23s. Mazzulla in transition. This guy's playing with a surgically repaired shoulder, and boy, did he respond, taking the place of the injured Chuck Bryant. A career-high 17 points for Mazzulla. Kentucky needs a timeout now. They're down. Daniel Orton urging on his teammates. Kentucky down 9. Eric Bledsoe, no. Kentucky, the board wall to DeAndre Liggins. Congratulations, Kentucky. Your first three-pointer of the game. The Wildcats finished 4 of 32 from three-point range. Yikes. West Virginia up 12. Devin Ebanks. He'll hit the floater. It's a 14-point game. Kentucky made it an 8-point game. Wall doing his thing. He finished with 19 points, 9 boards, but he ended up would commit his 5th foul. His season is over, perhaps his collegiate career. Oh, yeah, it's over, all right. Mountaineer fans still singing Take Me Home Country Roads, and they will continue to do so all the way to Indianapolis. That's right. West Virginia's defense smothering the Wildcats' offense, and they head to the Final Four for the first time in 51 years. Darryl Truck Bryant, who missed 2 games with a broken bone in his right foot, has been cleared by team doctors to play in the Final Four. Bob Huggins improves to 8-1 in his coaching career against John Calipari. Barring a change of heart, we've likely seen the last college game played by Kentucky's fabulous duo in Wall and Cousins. Those two expected to go to the NBA. As for the Mountaineers, they're heading to the Final Four.
We've kind of rallied around each other, you know, in the locker room, and that's, these guys have kind of been on a mission to, you know, I talked to them about trying to be special, and you know, if we can somehow find a way to win a couple more, that'll be really special.
Did you see this coming?
Yeah, I've been able to read minds maybe the last 3 or 4 months.
You can't be happy that we're just there, you know, in the Final Four. It doesn't mean anything unless you win the whole thing. You know, everything's in vain if you don't win the whole thing.
I'm proud of my team. They fought. They just kept trying. I'm proud of what they've done all season. A bunch of young kids, and they just came together. And, you know, we've had shooting days like this, but we won anyway because maybe the teams weren't quite as good as West Virginia. But today, that team was too good for us to shoot like we did and from the free throw line and still win the game.
Well, I didn't want to stop it, you know. I wanted us, you know, make it all the way. But, you know, like Coach said, it was just one of those days that, you know, we wasn't making shots. And usually we win these type of games. But, you know, they a great team, so we couldn't fight our way through it and win, you know. I'm not worried about what I'm doing next. I'm just, you know, sad and disappointed that we didn't make it far and the goals that we reached as a team. And I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the rest of my college career with my teammates, you know, and finish the school year out.
Those Cats dog-tired after their double overtime win over Xavier 2 nights earlier. And they looked at first half. Willie Beasley saves the offensive rebound. Shelvin Mack. Going to get a look here. Mack for Hart. Look at Gordon Hayward go to work. Grabs another offensive board. He had a huge game. Butler up at K-State really struggling. Jacob Pollard. Not there. Next possession. Kenny Clemente. Tired legs for Poland and Clemente, who combined shot 11 of 30. Bulldogs take advantage. Hayward knocks it down. They're up 9. Jacob Pullen. Again, a little sloppy here for K-State. Shelvin Mack converts in transition, and Butler has an 11-point lead late first half. Here we go. Pullen ahead to Clemente. The Kansas State backcourt only 1 of 8 in the first half. Finally, they score there. Wildcats down 7 at halftime. 1 of 8 shooting, 3 turnovers from Clemente and Pullen. Second half, that theme continues. More Butler. Gordon Hayward open for Horn. Bulldogs 8. Next Wildcat possession. It's Wally Judge. No. Dominic Sutton misses and then travels. He was 0 for 5 shooting. You'll see Kansas State still here. 5 minutes into the second half, just can't get that rhythm back after that tremendous double overtime game 2 days before. Shelvin Mack knocks it down. 9-point Butler lead, but then finally K-State puts something together. They go on a 13-2 run. Pullen had 14. They're within 4. Down 2, Clemente for 3. He had 18. Wildcats' first lead right there. But tied at 54, it's the Bulldogs who score the next 9 points. Hayward makes a great adjustment there. Then Hayward again. He had 22, and Butler has it back to 6. And K-State is out of time. 33 seconds left. Clemente got to have something here, just not that. Butler advances to its first Final Four, 63-56. Butler's Hinkle Fieldhouse is where they filmed Hoosiers, and now Butler, as a 5 seed, has become Gene Hackman's Hickory Huskers. Butler into the Final Four in Indianapolis. Dancing in style. They'll play only 5 miles from their campus, where enrollment is only about 4,500 students. Now they will play in the Final Four at Lucas Oil Stadium, which will seat about 70,000 for basketball. Butler, a 5 with a 33-year-old coach in Brad Stevens, goes into the Final Four 32-4, riding a 24-game winning streak.
I'm very proud of these guys and thankful to be a part of this ride and let the fact that it's continuing.
I have no idea what it's going to be like when we get back to Indianapolis tonight. It was crazy after we got back from the first 2 rounds, so it's probably going to be a little while when we get back, but, you know, it's something we can embrace and then move on.
It'd be special anywhere we went. The fact that we get to play in front of our home crowd and they've just been tremendous all year supporting us, I think kind of makes it a little more special. But I'm excited just for all the guys next to me, all 15 of us. Our dreams definitely didn't stop at getting to the Final Four. We want to win the whole thing.
It's hard to be happy for someone when you lose, but I got to think that's going to be a great, great week for Butler people and people in the city of Indianapolis to have one of their own in the Final Four.
In the South, taking on Baylor. Kyle Singler's been a star all year, but he would struggle. But Nolan Smith had his back. 10 of Duke's first 17 points coming off the hand of Mr. Smith. Later in the half, here's John Shire.
Well, he was struggling from three-point range, but he did an excellent job at knocking down perimeter jump shots, doing a better job putting the ball on the floor as well.
I got a tweet for you. Ooh. Tweety Carter to Lacedarius Dunn. Baylor finding its rhythm, cutting the lead to 3, and then they would tighten up that defense. Started bothering the bigs. Mason Plumlee stripped by Dunn, who punches at Baylor down by 1. Next possession, Anthony Jones with the steal. Plumlee's going to end up blocking AC shot, but they call goaltending digger, and Baylor had its rhythm.
Yes, they did. They come down, making and getting points in the paint, and that's a goaltending going up and over. Yes, it is.
Minute to go. Baylor up by 3. AC with the steal. What's done? Leave it for Tweety. Tweet. Carter for 3. A 10-3 run. Baylor up by a triple at the brink. Second half. Baylor down by 2. Here's your guy, Hubert Epe-Udo.
He had a fantastic game. Beautiful slip to the basket. Easy for a dunk. He was huge on both ends of the floor.
18-10, 6 assists, 5 blocks for Udo. Done.
Great move. In between, drove it. They couldn't guard him. He gets the layup.
Team high 22 points, under 6 minutes to go. Duke down by 3, and they start crashing the offensive board. Shire misses the 3. Mason Plumlee kicks it back out. John's going to try it again on the swing. Bottom. Game tied at 57. Over 4 minutes left. Duke down by a bucket. Shire missed again. But they're there for an offensive rebound. Lance Thomas. Good time to shoot a 3. Nolan Smith spotted up. He had a career-high 29.
They get 3 offensive rebounds and 9 straight points And watch this. Again, offensive rebound, kick it out, shoot the three. This is the big run they get the Dukies on a 16-5 run at the end of the game.
You see that effort from Lance Thomas. He doesn't score a lot. He does the dirty work, and Shire did plenty of scoring. 20 for him. 5 triples. Duke up by 6. Baylor reeling. Kyle Singler did not make a field goal, but Thomas was there to flush it back home. Singler, first time he hadn't scored a field goal in a game, and I'll bet he doesn't care because Duke is going back to the Final Four for the first time since 2004, the lone #1 seed to make it to the national semifinals. Duke going for the 15th time, 11th time for Mike Krzyzewski as the Blue Devils win it by 7.
You're 3 two-point possessions up as a result of 2 shots and 2 rebounds. And I thought it just knocked them back for just a second. And it gave us a little wiggle room where, we just got that separation.
We only had 11 turnovers. Anyone coming in would have said if you can hold them to 36%, you're going to do that. So I really felt that they won the game and we didn't lose it.
Especially with Don and Carter, you never feel really comfortable, even when you get a 6 or 8 point lead, because 2 possessions, they could hit 2 threes. So we felt really comfortable with about probably 5 seconds on the clock.
We gave everything we had. We didn't come out on top, but, they know that this Baylor team fought all this year.
I thought we were at our best in the last few minutes. And, again, that's what I'm proud of for our guys. It wasn't like calling a play or anything. They did it on their own.
There for the 6th time, and J.P. Prince had a key sequence of plays early in the second half. Corey Lucius missed. Prince wasn't really a snowbird. He just
salute. Is he going to salute?
He's going to salute.
There it is.
It's leaked out when he anticipated the change. 45-42. Vols up.
Ooh.
Prince with the flush on the pass from Bobby Mays. Tennessee up by 5. Then Prince gets called for his 2nd foul, and on the ensuing inbounds play, they get him again. 5 seconds, 3 fouls, 2 of them coming in that 5-second span. Have a seat. Then Darrell Summers steps up.
Well, Darrell Summers has been fantastic in the NCAA tournament, averaging over 20 points a game. He's been lights out from 3-point range.
53-51 game off a miss. Raymar Morgan comes up with it. Corey Lucius.
Corey Lucius, the only 3 hits, goes 1 for 7 shooting threes, but that was a big one.
Sparty built the lead to 8. Magic approved, but now Tennessee back within 1. Bryant Williams.
Big, tough inside points in the paint on a tip.
And some retribution from Draymond Green. He completed the 3-point play. Sparty up by 2. Here comes Prince back on the floor. Effective again. Step through. He had a dozen. Under 3 minutes to go. Summers. C the 3. B the 3. He had 21. 8 of 10 shooting. Summers misses that one. Morgan fighting for the loose ball. The rebound is secured by the Spartans. Lucius gets a chance at the free throw line. Under 30 seconds to go, but he missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Now Tennessee has a chance. Scotty Hobson, foul. Now he's really improved his perimeter shooting. He's taken a lot of arc out of his shot, but he's not a great free throw shooter. Little under 60%, but Scotty makes the first one. Now the chance to give the Vols the lead. No. 11.2 to go. Spartans have a timeout. They don't use it. Broken floor situation. Here comes Michigan State. Raymar Morgan draws the foul from Prince. Now, Prince thought he got all ball, but a lot of contact there. So Raymar Morgan's going to go to the free throw line. First one is good. Spartans up with 1.8 to go. Izzo makes a decision, having missed the second one. Tennessee grabbed the rebound, quick timeout, a chance for one last heave, and Prince can't get it to go. Michigan State to the Final Four one more time. Caitlin Lucas, their star, who ruptured an Achilles against Maryland, watching from the bench, cutting down the net, and enjoying the spoils of victory as the Spartans do it once again. Back-to-back years in the Final Four for Tom Izzo's team. A tough fight, but they survive against the Big Orange.
I guess I'm just going to say I'm proud to represent Michigan State, and I'm proud to represent the Big Ten, that conference that sometimes gets maligned but always seems to have teams in the Final Four.
People think about those last-second shots. Games are as often, sometimes more, won and lost on a defensive possession. And we get back defensively, we get matched up, we go to overtime. And we like our chances in overtime. So this is This is painful. This is disappointing. Michigan State, we congratulate them, but this is not what we came here to do.
Raymar is a warrior, you know, and he's always battling, and I knew he would knock it down, and I told him before he went to the free throw line, it's no pressure. He looked at me and said, I know. And once he said that, I knew he was going to knock the shot down.
There is nothing greater than going to a Final Four that I know of, except maybe winning it. And now we get a chance to try